Donald Trump is having a major panic on Wednesday morning as Democratic governors are standing up to him. Democrats in the House and Senate are united, standing up to him, and he's not able to bully them like he thought he would. So he's lashing out. Here's what Donald Trump is posting this morning. Chicago mayor should be in jail for failing to protect ICE officers, exclamation point. Governor Pritzker also. Yeah, that's pretty normal. The president of the United States calling for the arrest of the mayor of Chicago and the governor of Illinois. How desperate and how pathetic. Governor Pritzker responds right away. I will not back down. Trump is now calling for the arrest of elected representatives checking his power. What else is left on the path to full-blown authoritarianism? Meanwhile, in Portland, Oregon, they're just mocking Donald Trump and Kristi Noem. Let me show you what went down last night as more mascot animals came out to the dance party, which Donald Trump is calling war ravaged. This is how you mock an authoritarian. Here, play this clip. Earlier this morning, we heard from Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson on CNN. His response to Donald Trump's threat, well, this would not be the first time that Donald Trump has called for arresting a black man unjustly. It's what Donald Trump does. He's always been a racist. He's always been a criminal. He's always been a sexual abuser. He's always been a felon. Here, play this clip of Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson standing up to Donald Trump. Let's play it.
First of all, this president is unstable, unhinged, a double-minded individual that quite frankly is a threat to our democracy. And it's certainly not the first time that Donald Trump has called for the arresting of a black man unjustly. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay firm as the mayor of this amazing city, which was voted 9 years in a row the best big city in America, and we're going to defend all of Chicago.
Yeah, and to be clear, he's also calling for the governor, J.B. Pritzker, to be jailed as well.
Now, there's total disarray amongst MAGA Republicans in the Senate and the House. Quote, I think they are absolutely struggling to figure out how they are going to get out of this disastrous shutdown that Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans are causing to the American people right now. The Politico, and when Politico writes this, you know that things are bad for Republicans because they often write very favorable stories to MAGA. Trump's off-script comments cause shutdown headaches for GOP. Yep. They're getting absolutely outmaneuvered by Democrats, but also it's because Democrats are harnessing the power of, get this, the truth. This is a Trump government shutdown. This is a MAGA Mike government shutdown. They wanted to shut this down. They thought they were going to bully the Democrats and rip away American people's health care. But the Democrats and Americans say, do not take away our health care. This is life or death. So MAGA Mike came out with new talking points this morning. They went from, blaming immigrants and migrants, and saying that this was a transgender issue in Peru or whatever the hell they were saying there. Then they just went with trying to bully and threaten. And then they claimed they were negotiating with Democrats, which was a total lie. There was no conversations at all. Then Trump said this is about healthcare, but it isn't about healthcare. Then they said they've got a better healthcare plan, but they don't tell you what their plan is because they just want to rip away your healthcare. Didn't Donald Trump say he was going to roll out one in 2 weeks during his first administration? Nope, they don't have a plan. Trump posts AI images of a super spaceship alien technology that cures all cancers and cures all illnesses. So they went and they post about med beds, QAnon conspiracies. Well, now this morning, MAGA Mike Johnson, he's got a new talking point for you. Are you ready? If you're a young, pregnant American citizen who shows up at the ER, you are getting worse treatment or the doctors are being reimbursed less than rabble-rousers. Rabble-rousers from South America are getting their doctors reimbursed more than young pregnant women. This is your talking point. It's not true. It's xenophobic. Young pregnant women having their doctors get reimbursed more money than rabble-rousers from South America? What are they talking about? They're just like racist, xenophobic bigoted people. What are you talking about? Just give American people their damn health care, keep the Affordable Care Act subsidies, and reopen the government, Donald Trump and MAGA Mike. Here, play this clip.
If you're a young, pregnant American citizen woman who shows up in an ER and you get treated and they pay the hospital less for treating you than some illegal rabble-rouser who came in from some, South American country to do us harm, that is wrong. The Republican Party stands for common sense. In the big, beautiful bill, we fix that. And Chuck Schumer wants to unwind it. And it is unconscionable to me that he's inflicting all this pain on American citizens so they can play games and try to appease the radical left base. That's what this is.
And they get desperate also when, what they got to always go to, right? When they get super desperate. Obama, Biden. Now it's Obama, Biden, and Chuck Schumer are the real threats to democracy right now. And all these MAGA Republicans, their new one, right, is we were all being surveilled on around January 6th. The FBI, Trump's FBI surveilled on us, but it's Obama and Schumer and Biden. It's just pathetic. This guy, Senator Haggerty, I moved into Trump Tower. Okay, you moved into Trump Tower. What a loser. Here, play this clip.
To the bottom of it. This goes all the way back to Obama as well, Dana. If you think about it, I was a private citizen then. I was one of Trump's finance chairmen. I moved into Trump Tower the day after the election in 2016. You think about this. The FBI came up and surveilled us then under the false Russia hoax pretext. Now, we find out that they were surveilling us in 2023 with Jack Smith. I think the American people can see right through this. The real threat to democracy are Chuck Schumer and the Democrats. They're projecting this, and they're having this march, and they're going to keep the government shut down at a cost of $400 million a day. We're already at $3.2 billion and counting, just so Chuck Schumer can create this theater. It's a farce, and we've got to stop all of it.
Let me know
Do you struggle with bloating and discomfort after your morning coffee? After drinking Everyday Dose consistently, my bloating has reduced and my face is less puffy. Everyday Dose offers coffee that does more. Coffee Plus features 100% Arabica coffee enhanced with functional ingredients for smooth energy, calm focus, gut health, and skin support. No crash, no jitters. The all-in-one coffee that makes you feel as good as it tastes. Coffee Plus is available in 2 varieties. Mild roast, which is smooth and light-bodied with 45 milligrams of caffeine. Medium roast, which is rich and full-bodied with 90 milligrams of caffeine. Both feature 100% Arabica coffee enhanced with functional ingredients for a smoother, more focused energy boost. Ingredients undergo third-party testing to ensure purity and potency, free from mold, rich in active compounds. Exciting news! You can now find Everyday Dose in Target stores across the country. Celebrate with a buy one, get one deal. Just buy any 2 Everyday Dose products at a Target store near you, and they'll pay you back for one. Visit everydaydose.com/MTBOGO for more details. That's visit everydaydose.com/MTBOGO for more details.
Speaking of losers, then you have Eric Trump. He was on with Cuomo, and he was on News Nation, and this is what he goes to. They always kind of go and play the victim. He was like, that's why they tried to kill my father. They're trying to kill me. They're kidding. They are taking us off of Facebook. They took us off of Instagram. They took us off of all of these things. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? The shooter in Butler, Pennsylvania, his family was a Trump supporter. The kid was like a Republican guy. He was not like who's the they? Who's the they there? And Charlie Kirk, the guy from the Mormon family that was a the Republican MAGA family, gun-touting Trump family. Like what are you all talking about? But they're spiraling this morning. I mean, watch this guy just spiral. Here, play this clip.
Off of Twitter, they took us off of Facebook, they took us off of Instagram. I 91 indictments, right? I mean, how many gag orders were there in that period of time? And then after all of that was done, they tried to kill him. They tried to kill him in Butler, Pennsylvania, and then they tried to kill him again at a golf course. And then you saw exactly what happened with Charlie Kirk last week, where I lost a good friend, somebody I'd been on that stage with 100 times. They put our family, they put my father, they put me under siege. They put this nation under siege with their garbage.
You know, and then you had Republican Senator from Kentucky, Rand Paul, reflecting on Donald Trump's statements about how he keeps on shooting and killing people on fishing boats off the coast of Venezuela. This is what Senator Rand Paul has to say. Here, play this.
I think blowing up speedboats in the Caribbean, though, isn't necessarily the answer. About 25% of the time that the Coast Guard boards a vessel in the Caribbean looking for drugs, about 25% of the time, the boat that's boarded doesn't have drugs. So we've blown up 4 boats. Statistically speaking, what are the odds that one of the boats didn't have drugs? We haven't heard the names of who these drug dealers are. How do you know for certain who they are before you kill them? So I'm not in favor of the current policy. I'm in favor of the continued policy on interdiction of drugs, which is that we do search ships, but that there's a methodical way about doing this and not just dropping bombs on everyone.
Let's go first.
And that was in response to Donald Trump yesterday with Prime Minister Carney. What a disastrous press conference in the Oval. Remember when Donald Trump said this? Here, play this clip.
A lot of we call them the water drugs, the drugs that come in through water. They're not coming. There are no boats anymore. Frankly, there are no fishing boats. There's no boats out there, period. If you want to know the truth, we're saying, does anybody go fishing anymore? The fact is we knocked out, probably saved at least 100,000 lives, American lives, Canadian lives, by taking out all those boats coming in. So let
me just get you some economic news as well. Restaurant and bar spending growth turned negative in September, according to Chase card spending data. So we have to rely on all this private data because Donald Trump's no longer allowing the Bureau of Labor Statistics to report actual economic data. He's saying, oh, there's a shutdown, so we can't report that data. Their goal all along was not to report accurate Bureau of Labor Statistics data. So we just don't get data from the government anymore, a la authoritarian regimes, other than like the fake data they put out. Also, didn't they tell us we were going to get tariff rebate checks, Doge dividend checks? Didn't Donald Trump claim he brought in $17 trillion that sits on a tariff shelf? So why don't you help people out? Oh, by the way, remember when we warned you about Donald Trump's no tax on tips gimmick, which I said all along is a gimmick. It's at the end of the day, it's capped. It's a deduction. Most tipped workers took cash anyway. And now you're getting less cash. So you're getting no tax on no tips because you're not getting tips. The business is down for a lot of these service industries, like 50% in areas that this was like a winning argument. And it's really not going to impact you at all. And it expires in the next, 18 months or so. But the tax cuts for the billionaires, those are forever, always helping the billionaires while ripping away your health care, while destroying your lives, while making things less affordable for you. We've been reporting on this all day. Wall Street Journal also writes, America's soybean farmers are panicking over the loss of Chinese buyers. China hasn't booked any U.S. soybean purchases for months. Farmers warn of a bloodbath. Yeah, what do you expect? This is what Trump does. This is what he does. And by the way, the stock market, it's basically being propped up by a handful of oligarchical corporations that are close to Donald Trump that are basically doing deals with each other when it comes to like chips, and they're taking stakes in each other's companies. And it's like a very circular funnel of the same businesses making announcements to pump up the market. If you actually look at some of these deals when it comes to semiconductors, AI, what's going on right now, they have like a new announcement every week, but it's kind of the same tranche of money, if you will, but it's causing the stock price to rise. Anyway, let me leave you with Mayor Johnson of Chicago, who I think is doing a great job standing up to Trump. Let's play it.
Trump, if he was serious about safety, he would not have defunded a program of $800 million that was geared towards violence prevention. He cut the ATF budget by 30%. He has defunded our education system. He has defunded our transportation system. He is firing black women across this country. He's defunding our healthcare system. This president is absolutely out of control, and it's incumbent upon all of us. If there was ever a time for working people to unite in this country, now is that time. And the city of Chicago is going to stand firm in protecting humanity and protecting and defending our democracy.
All right.
There you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. That's your news for this morning.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.